we had a contract in Pensacola, Florida, and the customer was really hoping that we could provide like proof of delivery through a video, or excuse me, through a photo. And so, I wasn't providing that service at the time. And so when we landed these other contracts in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, I just started searching for the capability to, it was kind of a timestamp as well, but mostly it was a proof of, it's not always a delivery. So proof of whether our cart wasn't out, or, proof of a stop that we did stop at that address. And this is what the driver found or performed. So that was the main reason that I started searching. And yeah, so there's just a lot out there, but some of them are far too complex for what our smaller company needed. Our customers that we provide the service for have usually provided Excel spreadsheets. So it was important for me to find something that the import of that data was easy. And so before finding your company, I was using a different company that it didn't provide any proof. It was fairly usable for us, but it was very basic. And so as we worked with these larger corporations, just the ability to have the features was a lot more important. So the steps were the same, but once again, it was the proof and it was the verification that was necessary that made me look elsewhere. Well, definitely the import process is important. To the ease of being able to import any data to be routed is important. And so I think as I was searching, you get different trial, 7-day trials for the different routing companies that I was trying to use. And it was just a lot, too many features that I didn't need, as I stated, because we're kind of specific in what we do. We don't really reach out to the customer with our deliveries or the work orders that we perform. It's really to the corporation as a whole, and then we send them the data. So it wasn't important for me to be able to reach out to the customer the different stops, but it was important to provide accurate data for the corporation that we are contracted to. So I just know that when I found Upper, it was very easy to practice with the trial, to take the data that I had imported and see how it was going to work. And right away, I could tell that it was going to be easier for me. It wasn't going to be a long tutorial. And I think we were driving across the country, and I was just, in the truck, taking photos of whatever and just importing them. And I could see how easy it was to use. And we were kind of on a time crunch, and that the customer had made it clear that's really what they wanted us to start providing. So I didn't have a lot of play time to, just use a lot of different trials. So I really felt like I hit it. I landed on Upper, and then it was like, you could tell it was going to be a good mix for us. It's a very quick response. I feel like when we run into a pickle at times, or I've had an issue, you don't really find where companies are available as often as your support staff is. And so, if it's a text or a quick email, whether it's you, and you reply, hey, we'll be in touch shortly, I'm in a meeting. I just feel like you guys are always there to respond. And, as like when you have drivers that have to be out on the road, and there's you run into a situation, time is of the essence. And so I've always felt like the response time is very quick. And so I really appreciate that, because, when we're down, we're not making money. And so you have to get that resolved quickly in order to get the drivers back on the road. And so I really do appreciate that. I think that, and I haven't had experience with a lot of different routing softwares, but I feel like I know the system well now, and I think there's a lot more features that you're going to show me that will make things even better. But it's just so easy to use. And I do notice that now that I've been using it a while, I think in the beginning, Baton Rouge area can be sparse and kind of out and rural, and I would get a lot more addresses bounced back. And I don't know how that works, but I just don't, that doesn't happen much anymore. And, just the addresses are populated easily. And I just would really miss the functionality of Upper and the ease of use, if you were to go away.